Hello, friends. I hope everyone is healthy. Friends, according to international reports, the United States has at least 19 military installations in the Middle East under the control of the United States, of which 8 are permanent bases. According to some sources, this number has decreased slightly in mid-2025 since the United States has withdrawn its troops from the Middle East. But the United States still has a strong presence in Bahrain, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. The Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar is the strongest forward headquarters of the United States. 10,000 soldiers were present there, but it is currently largely empty. The United States spent about $12 billion to build this base in Qatar. The second strongest base in the United States is the Naval Support Activity (NSA) in Bahrain, which houses the Fifth Fleet of the United States in Bahrain, and there were 7 to 9,000 military servicemen present there all the time. But it is also empty today. The US also has strong positions at Camp Efrijan and Ali Al Salam air bases in Kuwait. US fighter bombers are often stationed there. Al Dhafra Air Base in the United Arab Emirates has fighter jets like the F-22 and F-35. Also, the reactivated Bin Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia has US air tankers that refuel aircraft in the air and other bombers. Al Asad Air Base in Iraq, which is located near Erbil, is completely empty. Instead of the bases on the Persian Sea coast, where the US has invested billions of dollars for decades and has made military preparations, the US base in Jordan, in the desert near Israel, has become important because the US B-21 bombers and other bombers are currently stationed at that base in Jordan and are preparing to attack Iran from there. Now the question is whether it is easy to attack from the US bases along the Persian Sea line inside Iran. Any type of weapon can be used within just 50 kilometers. Now, why does the United States want to attack from about 900 kilometers like Jordan instead of attacking from this 50 kilometers? Look, Jordan is currently a big trump card for the United States, and the United States gives Jordan about $2 billion in direct military aid every year. Jordan is not an oil-rich developed country like other countries in the Middle East, but Jordan has complete control over it. The United States can involve Jordan in all its military attacks, and Jordan is obliged to cooperate there. Also, strategically, the geographical location of Jordan forces the United States to take advantage of it and makes it unrivaled from other bases. You are currently looking at the map of Jordan on the screen. You can surely see that Jordan is like a shield for Israel. Before any kind of attack from Iran, missiles have to pass through Jordanian territory. So using Jordan as a protective shield or first gateway, the air defense system can shoot down the missiles from Jordan before they hit Israel. Another important reason is that Saudi Arabia and other countries in the Middle East, like the United Arab Emirates or Qatar, will use the territory of the Iranian missiles to go towards Jordan. And at that time, Saudi Arabia and all these countries will have the opportunity to shoot down all those Iranian missiles and drones. If they had used these missiles from their own Persian bases, they might not have had time. Another important reason for the United States' decision to attack Iran from the Jordanian base is its distance. Its distance from the Iranian border is about 1,000 kilometers, whereas the distance from the bases of Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, or Saudi Arabia located on the coast of the Persian Sea is only 200 to 250 kilometers. This means that only the short-range missiles of Iran can attack, and it is possible to attack other bases including Qatar with Iranian artillery. However, Iran will not be able to attack the Jordanian base with short-range missiles or artillery. Since Iran's warplane capabilities are low, it will be able to use long-range missiles. which is an attack on Israel, and an attack inside Jordan. This will divide Iran's attack capabilities into two parts, and the United States will have a better opportunity to protect Israel. If the United States attacks Iran using the Jordanian base, Iran will definitely counterattack the US base in Jordan. And it is not a matter of how much the United States can protect the base in that counterattack. The main thing is that even after that attack, the capital of Jordan and other important cities will not be damaged because the United States has built this base inside Jordan in the middle of the desert. There is no big city within 100 kilometers of it. Therefore, the possibility of damage to the city and various important installations is low. However, this risk is higher in the United Arab Emirates base or Qatari base. Look, Qatar is a small place. If you attack with missiles, there is no guarantee that all the missiles will be able to keep their direction. If one or two missiles change their direction, they will definitely hit the city. If that happens, they will definitely hit the tall buildings, various infrastructures will be damaged, the city will be damaged, the oil fields will be damaged, and the Strait of Hormuz will become a battlefield at that time, which will directly hit the US economy. Because the artificial demand for dollars that they continue to use in exchange for oil will no longer happen, because the countries on the coast of the Persian Sea do not export large amounts of fuel oil to Jordan, and that is why Jordan was created. This time you can say it is a shield of war. Iran has long prepared the counter-response to what the US has thought or planned. In a simple equation, the US has thought that if it is attacked from Jordan, then maybe Iran will use at least half of its other forces in the Jordanian base for the attack. However, Iran can attack Jordan on a very limited scale because instead of their attack, they have already prepared the Houthis and there are already a large number of ballistic missiles in stock, and it is easier for the Houthis who have shown their capabilities by attacking Israel to attack Jordan from Yemen because the distance from Iranian territory to attack from Jordan is much shorter and it is more realistic because then Saudi Arabia or other countries in the Middle East will not have any chance to repel these ballistic missiles or drones of the Houthis' attack. Because these drones will not go directly towards Jordan by violating their airspace. It will go through the Red Sea coast or the Red Sea. So in any kind of powerful war, it is a war between Iran, the United States and Israel. The Houthis will play an important factor and a big role there. Look, Hezbollah played an important role at one time, but now their capabilities are much less, while the Houthis have more capabilities. The Houthis can play an important role in any kind of war against the United States and Israel, and their important role can completely turn the tide of the war. Now it remains to be seen how much of this US plan is ultimately implemented, and how much Iran can resist it through itself and its proxies. So friends, goodbye like today. See you again with a new video. Until then, everyone stay well, stay healthy. Thank you.